In this video, you're going to learn how to use cruise control inside of the Nissan Leaf. There are two different types of cruise control that are available. There's your old school normal cruise control, and then there's the adaptive cruise control. And the difference between the two, the normal cruise control, you set your speed at, let's say, 50. If the car in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. Versus the adaptive cruise control, if the car in front of you slows down, yours will automatically brake. They change lanes, you change lanes, it'll pick you back up to your previously set speed. Actually using the cruise control system though is done with the buttons along the left-hand side here. So you toggle the cruise control system on this way. And when you toggle it on, you can see a series of different changes inside of the cluster screen. From there, you'd set your speed, and it's not going to work right now because I'm parked, but it'll set you at your current speed. From there, you can increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. You can push and hold up or push and hold down to increase, decrease at larger increments. You can hit the brake pedal to cancel or pause your speed, push the cancel button in order to cancel or pause it, and then push up or down there in order to resume your previously set speed. If you take the button here, if you toggle the system off, if you take that same button and push and hold it instead, that changes you from adaptive cruise into the traditional cruise control instead. So if you don't have any of these safety systems showing, you're in traditional cruise, and it works the same way. So you'd set your speed, increase, decrease, cancel as necessary, and then resume. Defaults always to the adaptive cruise control system, and honestly, I highly recommend using the adaptive. So that's where this gap adjustment button comes into play. So there are 3 unique levels that are available there, and I want you to think of that like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, for how close or far you are away from the leading vehicle. I'm personally okay level 1 most of the time, but you might want to be on 2 or 3, depending on your own comfort level and your own reaction speed. So let's go through a live drive right now, and I'm going to show you how to use the cruise control system. Specifically adaptive, because honestly, I drive with adaptive cruise control all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm on residential streets, highways, interstates, etc. I'm just a bigger fan of that cruise system, just as an added layer of safety, in case somebody slams on their brakes, does something silly, etc. So right now, I'm on a 50 road. So on this road here, if I were to just push set, that sets me at my current speed, but it's a 50 road. So I can increase 1 at a time or push and hold up until I get to 50 instead. I can adjust my gap, so those 3 unique levels that are available, and I'm cruising. If I wanted to cancel the speed, I could push down or back up in order to reset my speed there again. And then the pilot assist system is available as an option here. So right now I've got it turned on, and it doesn't recognize the lane markings as of yet, but if they did, they would go green, and it would keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. The car does have some stop and go capabilities, so if you're coming down to a red light, if there's somebody in front of you, it'll automatically brake for you. If there's nobody in front of you, you're coming up to a red light, then you're going to have to brake yourself. So I'm braking myself right now in order to be able to merge here, and I could push up to resume my previously set speed again. It's relatively simple using the system. But like I said, stop and go capability is there. If you're coming up to a red light and there's nobody in front of you, you have to brake. If there is somebody in front of you, like what we're seeing now, like my feet are off the gas and the brake, it can bring you right down to a full and complete stop. Limited stop and go capabilities, so after a few seconds, you may have to push up to resume your speed again, but you're cruising. Nice and simple. If you want full walkthrough videos, if you want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen, the infotainment, etc., you'll find full walkthrough videos down in the description. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Nissan Leaf.